have a really fun video for you. We're gonna talk about the Meeden art cart and about asking the universe for things. Spoiler, do it. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Irit. I'm a watercolor and mixed media intuitive artist based in Austria in Europe, and on my channel I share my artsy adventures. Now today's video is dedicated to my new best friend in the studio, which is the Meeden art cart. This thing has been on my wish list for a long time, and I was super grateful when at the end of last year Meeden contacted me and asked if they can send me this to review. And after I squealed a little bit, or a lot, I immediately responded with an enthusiastic yes. So just to make it clear and transparent, this was sent to me, but I am not paid to say anything, and I made it very clear that I will be expressing my own opinions. Future editing Irit here, and yes, I know that it's a very flattering frame. I just want to let you know, if in case you're interested in the cart, I have a code that will give you 12% discount, which is about $50, 50 euros, depending where you are in the world. It's Irit in capital letters 2026. The links are below, so I just wanted to let you know because that is a really nice discount. Let's get on with the video. I think one thing that could make this truly the ultimate mixed media studio art cart. I'm hoping that the lovely Meeden team is watching and maybe they can do something about it. I'll mention that. But I also want to say that before I even added this item to my wish list, I did my research and I looked at other videos and I looked at the details of this cart. So I knew basically what I was getting, and that is also the reason why I wanted it. So I'm going to show you the whole unboxing process and show you the features of this cart, and I'll tell you what I particularly love about it as a mixed media artist. You will see also that I work standing up next to an easel, sitting down next to an easel, sitting down next to a table, and how it all works with this. I'll show you how I filled up my cart, but I'm also sure that with time I will always adjust and tweak it to really fit my needs. As a mixed media artist, I really love working with different mediums, watercolors, acrylics, pastels, oils, etc. And so it was really important for me to have something that would be able to serve all those different purposes. In my opinion, the Meeden art cart really does that, and it does it well. And it has been a lot of fun to have it, and I have felt how it helps me paint and use my supplies more easily with more joy, and also how I'm able to put things away so that they look more tidy when I'm done painting. When I got this, I assembled it myself. I don't know if you notice in the video, but I assembled it. The one mistake that I made was that in the beginning I assembled like the top tray with the Meeden logo in the back, which is not a big deal. I don't think it affects the performance of this in any way, but because this was gifted to me by the brand, I took apart the top and just turned it around. It was really no problem to fix it. I don't think there are a lot of mistakes you can make in the assembly. You just want to pay attention that if you do want the Meeden logo to be in the front of your cart, so where the drawers pull out, so just make sure you do that when you put the top tray. The assembly was really simple. There's just like a few parts here, they're not a lot, and just like a few screws. I do have experience with putting together furniture. I found the instructions to be very clear. So besides that one little hiccup that was totally my fault because I didn't pay attention, I really had no problem to put this together, and then started the fun part of adding all of the different art supplies. Now I decided to start with to use the bottom tray for my large acrylic paints. The bottom tray has a really good height to it, so you can put there quite large bottles or containers of paint, which is great if you paint with a lot of paint, which I'm trying to work on. It's one of my goals for this year. So I put all of my big paint containers down below, and it's really easy to pull it out. This is a problem that I've seen with other carts, that sometimes the real estate that is not at the top of the cart is not as valuable because you can't take things out very easily. And here there is just like a lot of space. Sometimes I will need to turn the cart or walk around to get everything, but that means I can fit like a lot more than I've been able to with other options. With the 3 drawers, I decided for now to put my oil paints in the 3rd drawer, which I'm hoping will also encourage me to use them more, because this is something that I want to do. I have in the middle drawer my smaller acrylic paint tubes and containers. The drawers have also like a nice space between them, so that means you can, pile things up a little bit in there, or use the drawers for things that are not like super, super tiny and flat. I have some other drawer units, not on a cart, but just like sitting on a shelf, where the drawers are really, really, really shallow, and that kind of limits their use. But here there is a really nice space between the different drawers, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure, I will have to check the details on this, but I'm pretty sure this is all like heavy wood, and the handles are metal. The water container is made out of metal. To me, it just really feels like a quality piece that I will be able to use now for the next 40 years of paintings. The wheels are really strong. I put it together, so I know that also the screws and everything, it's well built and well assembled. And honestly, it's just like a joy to have. So I have my oils, acrylics, and then in the top drawer, I have more of like my drawing tools that I like to use on my paintings, pastels, oil pastels, now the new drawing oils that I got. There's just, again, there's like a lot of space. Also, the top is really spacious, which means I can put up there whatever I'm using for my painting session, and I have a lot of space, and then I can just put it back in the drawers or in the bottom level once I'm done, which helps to keep everything clear. Now, another feature is the palette that is included. I think it feels to me like really heavy duty plastic. I don't think it's glass, which is fine, because I guess with glass you have a higher risk that it breaks in transit. And I'm not used to having like such a large palette, and I've been testing it and trying to use it, and it's a lot of fun to just have like that space, but it's still very contained and organized. So to have that space for mixing colors, I've been really enjoying it. It's something that is a little bit new to me. I usually have smaller mixing areas, and so it's been a lot of fun trying these new things and seeing how they help my work be more looser and freer, and just have more fun as I'm painting. Now, I did say that I think there is one thing that could really make this perfect for the mixed media artist, and that is if the mixing palette, it is gray, which is really fantastic for assessing the value of your paint, like how light it is or how dark it is. Sometimes having a white surface kind of messes with our ability to assess value properly. And so it's really great to have a gray palette. I already have like a glass gray palette that I use for oil painting. So that's what comes with the cart, and I think it's a wise decision. But I think what could make it perfect for artists that also love to use watercolor is if it either came with 2 palettes, one gray and one white, or if one side was gray and the other side was white. Because from what I've seen, I only peeled the top from one side, so to keep the other side protected, but it looks like it's double-sided. So that would be like my one suggestion. I think the only thing that could make this better, in my opinion, would be if it also had the white palette, because I paint with different mediums and with watercolors. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a gray palette. The nature of the medium is it's usually transparent, and so the mixing area tends to be white, gives you the best assessment of how the color will look on the white paper. So that is like the one thing that I recognize is missing here. I would also say that, especially considering the size of this card, which I think is really lovely and large, if this is meant for water, I think this is a little bit small. I think it could be made a little bit bigger, or maybe have 2 spots for water. It's not a big deal because I'm like obsessed with my water container, so I just put it here. There's definitely the space to add that. Maybe the design team, what they had in mind with this container was to use it for solvents, for oils. So if that was the intention, that I think the small size is definitely fitting for solvents. But for water, for me, it's a little bit small. I like the feature of being able to move this thing from one side to the other. It makes a lot of sense for me. I also like the notches here where you can rest your brushes, and just like having the space, which to me just feels like it's more designated for like your brushes and your tools. Again, it's like very sturdy. It's all like metal and wood. It just feels nice. It feels like it's built to last. Time will tell, of course. I've been trying to upgrade my studio equipment slowly, and I see the difference that it makes. So I'm also used to having more like budget-friendly and cheaper options, which I understand for some people that's the only option, but it is really nice to have well-made pieces from natural and strong materials. I know this is not in everyone's budget, but I think if it is, and if you are someone that is serious about your painting, you don't have to be, of course, a full-time artist, but if you like spending time in your studio and painting area, and you want to have like the best tools and equipment, for me, this is a great piece. I really can't fault it. I tried. I think for me, the only problem about it is that it is expensive. I also know that I use it almost every single day, and that I'm planning to use it every single day for the next 40 years. So when I think of it like that, it seems like a really great investment that I will enjoy in years to come. Let me know if you have this, if you want to add this to your space. If you have any questions about it, I would love to answer. I've been using it for a month and a half now, and of course I will keep you updated, and also if I make changes to the arrangement, I will update you on it. For now, it's definitely a favorite, a monthly favorite, and I expect a 2026 favorite. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again so much to the Meeden team for sending this my way. I'm very, very grateful for it. I hope this video helps artists that are thinking about getting this card. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in another video. Take care. Bye bye.